Arsenal mean business. It's as simple, it's as straightforward as that. This is a serious move by the Gunners. David Ornstein has confirmed that Andrea Berta has reached a formal agreement with Arsenal to become the new sporting director. He leaves Atletico Madrid. He left Atletico Madrid in January. Multiple other top clubs around Europe, including AC Milan, wanted his signature, wanted him to come in and run the sporting operation, the footballing element of their respective clubs. But it's Arsenal that have gone and got this business done. And I, for one, I'm sickened by this. I'm sickened by it. As a rival fan, what I wanted was Mikel Arteta to get a friend to come in, to almost pose a little bit as the man in charge, outside of course, KSE and the owners. But they haven't done that, Arsenal. I wanted that. I wanted Arteta to have all the power. I wanted Arteta to have all the control. And when you read the reports and you read on the stories, Arteta's an advocate. Arteta, and the language is clear. Arteta is supportive of this move, but it doesn't read like it was his decision. It's not a job for boys. Where, listen, I've got a role coming up at Arsenal, mate. I'm going to get you in. It's a good salary. All you've got to do is back me and do as I say, and we'll both be laughing. This appears to be the other. So to a point where I've seen Arteta outers, people that despise the man, state this is brilliant for Arsenal. Arteta's job could end up being on the line here if he doesn't improve and start winning trophies. And I've said all along, this is a win-win appointment for Arsenal. This man will have a lot of control. This man will have a lot of power. He will set the standards. He will ensure the scouting is correct. They spend well on quality, by and large. They sell very well, but also keeps the manager on his toes, maintains the standards needed to get over the line for Arsenal Football Club. That's a win for Arsenal. Where I say win-win is they don't give him the power and they give it all to Arteta, and the club isn't run particularly well. I think Berta leaves. I think a man of his pedigree, with the world at his feet, people falling over left, right, and center across the world to offer him high-paid jobs. Why stay if you have no power? Where if it goes wrong, it's going to be your reputation that's damaged. I don't think he would do that. And the reason I say that's a win for Arsenal is it would highlight the problem structurally at the club for the fans to really focus on. Because as you all know, I believe that the structure of a football club over a period of time with the right culture run by the correct people. So the ownership are important, that they want to get your club to the top, but you have to have the right people making the decisions running the club. The modern day head coach, the modern day football manager doesn't train to do that, doesn't have the capabilities to do it. And by and large, across Europe in the last 15 to 20 years, the clubs that have been highly successful don't follow the sort of Brian Clough, Bob Paisley, Sir Alex Ferguson, Wenger models of the manager runs the football club. So for me, seeing Edu leave, there was all these rumors Arsenal fans were frustrated with, angry with, worried that one of Mikel Arteta's, boyhood friends or someone he played with at Arsenal would end up having a bit of a role that was a bit of a proxy role, really, for Arteta to yield his control and power over the club. But it does appear that they're getting a complete outsider to come in, somebody with a massive pedigree, to essentially set the cat amongst the pigeons. Let's see what's what about the squad. Let's see what's what about the manager. Let's talk to the owners and say, look, I know he's helped rebuild. I know he's helped get Arsenal back to challenging, but we still need to keep pushing that bar higher and higher each year until we reach the pinnacle. And I think that's what Arsenal have gone and done. I think their fans can look forward to somebody coming in with an amazing background, a wonderful CV, who is going to help try and push them to that very next level. The only way this goes wrong is if he comes in and is if it's a bad alignment. So KSE and Josh Kroenke and the scouting team and Arteta see things one way and Berta sees it a completely different. Man United did that with Dan Ashworth. He came in and all the things he wanted to do was the opposite to what the ownership wanted. Therefore, a terrible appointment. Doesn't make Dan Ashworth bad at his job. You just need to be singing off the same hymn sheet. Because the most important thing for a club to do in the modern day world is, irrespective of players in and players out, regardless of who the head coach is, there has to be a clear direction that the club is moving in. And your sporting director's job, by and large, is to make sure the scouts, the negotiation teams for transfers, the academies, the first team coach, the reserve coach, the under-18s coach are all pulling the club in that direction. That is generally their job. And I think as well, what's really positive here for Arsenal, I got a lot of stick for saying this last week, but it's just the truth. I did even more research into it. Atletico work on a shoestring budget in comparison to Barcelona and Real Madrid. And yes, you can all say, but they spent this much on João Felix. Oh, they spent this much on X and that much on Y. Barcelona and Real Madrid spend more a year on salary than Atletico generate in revenue. So last year, they brought in around 400 million euros in revenue. Barcelona and Real Madrid pay nearly 500 million each in salary to their playing staff. So don't come here with any bullshit, any lies, any nonsense that comparatively, I said, it's not a shoestring budget. Now, Atleti weren't poor. Atleti weren't a poor team, as in a poor club. They think they're still in the top 12, top 13 wealthiest clubs in the world. But I've said comparatively. And Arsenal face something similar in the Prem. Man United earn more money. We know that Man City earn more money. So going toe-to-toe with City financially is never going to be an option. Not with PSR, not with FFP. But what you need to do is bring in people that are clever, people that are smart. Liverpool did it fantastically well when it comes to Edwards. Somebody that could come in, and yes, they spent big money on Van Dijk. Yes, they spent world record fees on Alisson. But at the same time, going and picking up Mane's and Mo Salah's, this is the irony, the beauty in this. When the manager wanted different players that have been nowhere near the level in the last 6-7 years of those individuals. That is what I think Berta could potentially bring to Arsenal. We've got 150 million to spend. We've got a salary budget of X. How do we make that budget compete year in, year out with your Man Cities, with your Manchester Uniteds? I'm talking financially here, not pyramid. And when you get people say, oh, listen, City don't spend this, City don't spend that. Some, not always on transfers, although they have in January and they will this summer. You've also got to look at the salary to keep those kind of squads together. So that all being said, look, Arsenal know that the last 2 seasons, they're being judged by the trophies that they win. This campaign has not been good enough. This campaign has fallen so far below the standards that were built over the past 2 seasons in terms of the quality of football. The recruitment has been bad. I think the game plan in certain matches from Arteta has been off key as well. I think he's very aware of it. This type of appointment tells you the club isn't just going to stand still. The club isn't just going to say, well, we challenged. We're in the Champions League. Well, there's nothing more to do from here. We've achieved our goals. Bringing in Berta doesn't suggest that. But like I said, it's win-win. Because if that is their attitude, a man like him isn't going to last there long. And I think what it would give Arsenal fans is that clarity, that confirmation that the top 4 is the standard. And at least it gives them something to push against or protest against as an example. But if it goes the other way and they really squeeze every ounce of knowledge and brilliance out of Berta, the way in which he has supported Diego Simeone, Arsenal could be on to a winner here. As ever, do me a favor. I'd love to hear your comments on this. I'd love to hear your opinions. Leave those comments below. Make sure you are subscribing to the Football Terrace. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you all again soon. Peace.